Welcome to the Bar for Bar podcast. This is episode 24. I'm Bajwa.
It's Flip.
Poppin', your boy, Lemon Oreo.
There's Albert.
Aww.
Hi.
So close to your face every time.
Sorry. I can't get it.
Anyways, this week we're going to be remembering Nipsey Hussle. If you can't tell, we're listening to some Nipsey Hussle right now. On March 31st, 2019, Nipsey Hussle was shot 6 times outside of his marathon shop at Crenshaw. And then within the hour, he was declared dead. It was I'm very upset about it still. Yeah, because we didn't record last week, which is why there's no episode up, or today, which is Sunday, which is normally when we try to upload. Anyways, I was out of town. We're actually heading back from Napa, and we had stopped to meet up with some friends. I walked out of the car and just checked my phone, and that was 20 minutes after it was reported that he was shot. So the entire time we met up with the friends, I just kind of sat off to the corner and just, keep constantly checking updates. In the meantime, I sent a message out to the Bar for Bar boys about him getting shot. And about half an hour later, he was declared dead. So that kind of killed the vibe. And then the entire ride home from Napa, just listening to Victory Lap, because at least that was my way of one, remembering him, but also because he owns all the masters for all his music, he would have been getting 100% of all the streaming revenue. So it's just kind of to show support and be there. Lauren London and his daughter, I'm sure they'll do fine monetary wise, but still, anything that can help out. So yeah, it's really sad because we lost someone who's not only at this point a staple in the rap game, but also probably one of the best people, just a genuinely good person. He was always on his grind, dropping mixtapes. He dropped that mixtape that he was selling or he made 1,000 copies of that he was selling for $100 each. So he was always grinding. And then he started up his marathon shops in the hood, and with the intention of hiring people from the neighborhood to just kind of show them that there's another way out other than slanging drugs and gangbanging. I mean, you can it's rough. I don't know if anyone else has to say anything. I'm just kind of rambling off facts.
Yeah, Nipsey Hussle was, I didn't know him, but none of us did. I didn't really know he was super into his community and stuff like that until after his death. But, I mean, it's fucking devastating when anyone dies. But his impact had was a big impact on people. And I honestly didn't think it was going to be that big of an impact. But, I mean, again, I'm a fan of his music, but I can't say I'm his biggest fan I ever was. I've known him since, I'm going to guesstimate, since senior year of high school, which is like 5 years back. But, yeah, just his impact and what he was doing for the people, I had no idea until recently. And then I found out that documentary he was making was about another doctor who did a good thing.
Well, that, and he was trying to, he was working with the LAPD to kind of, not like limit drug or gang activity, but like, what was it? Just to help LAPD with the community. Like, he was actually trying to do bigger things.
I didn't even know that.
I mean, the way Ken Lon put it was that, like, people are comparing him to Tupac. But Tupac only got the chance to talk about these things.
Yeah.
Nipsey actually had the chance to act on them. Because he had a whole, like, 6-7 years, like, longer than Tupac had to do it.
That's crazy.
So you kind of, like, I don't know.
Kind of a Robin Hood.
Yeah, kind of. I don't know. It was rough, though. I mean, like, I also didn't really listen to him too much. I only really listened to Victory Lap, but it's, yeah, it sucks.
Did you listen to Nipsey Hussle?
I honestly didn't even know about him until you kind of like, I'm just really out of loop for the most part with most things, so really just is most of my way of like finding out everything, but no, honestly, I really don't feel like I have the right to really say the fact that I do respect the fuck out of him, but that's really just all I have to say right now. Like, I don't know, usually when, I guess when people get the chances like that he did in terms of like making it, you know, big or whatever, like all their goals are usually set on themselves, not really for the sake of others. You know, he actually had like a bigger picture, and he just sucks out of all the people like who actually had that in mind, or like one of the few people who actually had a goal in mind and was doing something about it, like, you know, just taken from us.
I feel like we should try to FaceTime your boy. Because he was, I mean, if you've been following us, you know that he put Victory Lap like near the top of his list. I think it was number 1 for like last year.
Oops.
Oh, hey.
Oh,
What's up, beautiful?
Hey.
What you doing?
Hey, you got some time to talk about Nipsey?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
we're gonna put you on camera.
Yeah, that's fine.
What's going on, bro?
Follow me on the social media at Susie_new.
They do.
What we talking about?
We're talking about Nipsey right now.
His death or him as a person?
A little bit of everything.
Kind of both, bro.
So I feel like if we're gonna keep it 100%, bro, this shit hit me harder than it hit like the generation when Pac died. You know what I mean? Because at the same time, bro, Pac was about that shit too. But we never got to see that shit, bro. You know, like, we never got to see, like, what he did for the community type shit. This nigga Nipsey was a legit fucking kingpin, bro. Like, he had his street on payroll. He had the people he fucked with. This nigga hired felons to work at his shop, bro. So, it's like, if you want to talk about fucking giving back. This nigga Nipsey already met the expectations of giving back. And it's just so fucked up because when I see how he passed and like how it happened, it was from a guy from his crew or from a guy that was, you know, who was
An alleged snitch.
It's just like, bro, like, how could you fucking kill a guy who was trying to do better for the community, bro? Nobody hears that shit, bro. Nobody hears like, hey, bro, this nigga Lil Wayne just fucking donated X, Y, and Z to the community. Oh, this guy Drake just donated X, Y, and Z. No, bro, it's Nipsey, bro. He had fucking black kids in the fucking ghetto studying STEM. So they can know how, like, you know, so they can know how the game is or how, like, you know, it's going to be when they go to college or, you know, he was just preparing them. It's just fucked up, man. Like, he was doing something good in the community. It's positive. And despite the fact that he was a gang member, bro, like, I feel like that this is some shit that everybody needs to hear because it's like, he's like a gang member. He's like a gang, you know, he's like a gang this, gang that. And it's like, this nigga Nipsey, he broke those stereotypes in terms of just, yeah, I'm gang affiliated, but I want more for my people. And that's just fucked me up, man. I fuck with Nipsey. That's one of my favorite artists. In the last, on the last podcast, we made the fucking top 10 of the albums of the year. Well, I said Victory Lap.
Yo.
I said Victory Lap, bro, because I was like, this shit was so anticipated. The same shit as the Part 5. But Victory Lap was something that everybody wanted right when he dropped the Marathon Continues. Everybody wanted Victory Lap. Everybody knew what Victory Lap was going to be about because it was like, that's all he was talking about, bro. He was talking about wealth. He was talking about growth. He was talking about expanding. That shit's just fucked up, man. So I just want to say rest in peace to Nipsey Hussle. That shit got me in my feels, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I never felt a death like this, bro. You know? Like, as far as just like rappers passing, he's like, damn, it's fucked up. He passed away. This shit still gets me, man. Because he was really doing something, man. And so I just want to say rest in peace to Nipsey Hussle. I just want to send my deepest condolences to his family. You know, and that's what it is, man. But that's my take on it. I feel like Nipsey, Nipsey played his part on what he was trying to accomplish and what he was trying to do, and he did that. And for some hating ass motherfuckers to just fuck it, I'm off you.
I mean, I was a fan, but I wasn't like a big fan, like Daniel.
Like Daniel.
You weren't a huge fan.
Oh.
Yeah, I was a huge fan, but like after hearing his accomplishments and what he does for the community, like made me appreciate more of who he is, and I did start listening to more of his music. But yeah, like I didn't meet him, but I did film him before. I used to do nightclubs in San Jose. I remember, I think IMC was opening up for him, or what is it? That whole clique.
HBK.
HBK. They were opening up for him, and then he performed at I think it was like Club Motif that night, and that was like the rowdiest crowd. His fans are diehard fans. Like it's either. Yeah, I mean, like those are the fans that had purchased like those $100 CDs. Like those are the type of crowds. Like he has a really big following. But yeah, like I didn't realize how much of an impact he made on the community. And I was reading an article from the LA Times of his last. Well, his brother actually was there when he was after he got shot. He basically like drove to the spot where he got shot, and he was still breathing, and yeah, it was kind of sad because I mean, he didn't realize how bad he was injured after he saw he did get shot in the head, and so that was pretty fatal, but he was still unconscious, and yeah, and his brother like was there for his last breath, which is kind of sad. And from what I heard, I think Nipsey Hussle said something like, well, basically, when he got shot, he said something like, "You shoot me, you got me, I'm good." So after that, you know, that's when the murderer pretty much like fired shots at him. Fuck. So yeah.
No, I think just because of his impact on like the community and like what he was trying to do, and just because like he wasn't only a rapper, he was like an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Like all that
activist.
shit. Yeah, like all that shit. Like it made it worse that he was killed.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah, me neither.
Like I knew he was doing stuff for the community. I didn't know how involved he was. But like, fuck. It sucks.
And he was really smart.
He was super
With,
smart.
in terms of being business savvy. Like whoever thought of selling their albums for $100?
Yeah.
They sold like
Mixtape.
It was a mixtape, yeah.
So like
Jay-Z bought 100 of them.
Who? Jay-Z?
Yeah.
Yeah. In that interview with Davey D, when I think when he just first started out, he was saying like you should invest.
Yeah.
These gold chains, these are.
He's like, I don't want this shit.
Yeah, he's like invest in property.
Or get some assets.
Yeah, like he's very business savvy,
know.
really smart. He's just not ordinary rapper, you know. Some rappers will just buy a chain and like kind of like Triple X.
Well, yeah, I guess. I mean, for other people,
yeah.
yeah.
I mean, where like rappers just don't have bodyguards. You know, they're just in the hood.
Maybe caught slipping.
That shit hurts me a lot. I mean, X. He was fucking younger than Jaren.
He actually is.
Yeah.
No, you know what's crazy about everyone's last post, right? Like, it almost sounds like they know they're about to die, or at least it's oddly.
It's wild, right?
Yeah, like X, he was literally making this huge ass like speech on IG Live, I think, right before he died.
Yeah. Like, don't remember me for all this shit. Like, I know I'm a shitty person, but like, remember the good shit I'm trying to do. Like, it's so weird. Like people, like, yeah, not really.
Even Mac, like, what's called, he was playing piano on live too. Like that was like, I don't know why. Sometimes when you listen to music, you're just like, this is what dying sounds like, and I feel like he's probably still playing that same song, like, as we speak.